Hello and welcome, heart-centered and compassionate leaders. Let me ask you, how important is your mindset? Yes, you couldn't have gotten where you are without strategy, but you can only go so far without training your mind and heart. Today, we're talking about growth versus fixed mindset. I'm going to teach you how to quickly recognize when you are stuck in a fixed mindset and shift to growth mindset with ease. You'll learn how to identify and avoid the most common pitfalls that exist when adopting a growth mindset. It's time to break through and take your leadership and well-being to the next level. Ready to dive in? Before we start, let's check in. Have you already subscribed to my channel? Not yet? Click this bell button and get notified every time a new episode arrives. I'm Neizvestnaya, founder of Executive Craft, and welcome to my channel, a place for heart-centered leaders. As leadership and executive coach, I'm passionate about emotional intelligence, mindfulness, and transformational leadership training. My clients gain confidence, increase influence, and become fully empowered. Are you ready to elevate your leadership? The concepts of fixed and growth mindset were introduced and described and thoroughly researched by the brilliant Dr. Carol Dweck of Stanford University. A mindset is a set of assumptions, beliefs, and thinking patterns that we have about ourselves and life in general. These thought patterns are linked to specific emotions. Altogether, they form a map of thinking and emotional reaction patterns that interact together and result in specific, often repetitive, behaviors. Think about a mindset like putting on a set of 3D glasses and forgetting about it. They shape your perception of reality. With time, you believe it is your actual reality. Let's start with fixed mindset. The fixed mindset glasses see the world through the perspective that assumes that you are born with a set of innate abilities, and these abilities define your success. They can't be changed or enhanced. In other words, I am a certain way, I am good at this, but I am bad at that, and there is not much I can do about it. The way you view yourself defines your daily choices and your long-term success. If your skills, intelligence, and abilities are fixed, then the outcomes of your efforts and your success are also predetermined. Same applies to the lack of success. In fixed mindset, it's your fault when you make a mistake or go through a perceived failure. Fixed mindset perspective presents a limiting, deterministic view of oneself and the world, which has detrimental implications of your success in life and overall happiness. There are several traps that ensnare those with a fixed mindset. First, each challenge and obstacle presents a danger from the perspective of the fixed mindset. If we believe that we are not capable of growth and change, then they must threaten our status quo. This leads to avoidance, specifically avoiding difficult tasks or challenges that are seemingly out of reach. In turn, we mistake avoidance behaviors as playing it safe. Think about a football team only playing defense. This is boring, frustrating, and unsatisfying. That's what a fixed mindset leads to: disappointing and unsatisfied life. Second, fixed mindset dictates that extra effort equals great suffering. Nothing positive comes from these fruitless endeavors. People with fixed mindset become complicit and just stop trying altogether. They may have multiple ideas that never come to fruition because of a lack of a follow-through. The more this pattern repeats, the more it destroys motivation. It's virtually impossible to keep motivated and persist when you don't believe you'll reap the reward at the end. Another strategy of a fixed mindset is avoiding constructive feedback. Remember, in fixed mindset, I equals my results. This cannot be changed, hence, feedback is a reminder about my limitations. Fixed mindset drives you to ignore and avoid constructive feedback about possible improvement. This closes the opportunity for further growth and leads to personal and professional stagnation. Finally, the more we practice fixed mindset, the more difficult it is to take off those fixed mindset glasses and see what else is possible. Now, let's talk about growth mindset. Contrary to fixed mindset, growth mindset is grounded in belief that new skills can be developed through consistent efforts and steps. From this perspective, when someone makes a mistake or experiences a failure, it doesn't mean that something is wrong with this person. Failure, in fact, becomes a growth opportunity. It doesn't mean that people with growth mindset are not upset or frustrated when they do not achieve desired outcomes. Of course they do. The biggest difference is that they are able to learn from these experiences and bounce back in a short period of time. They are able to integrate those experiences and learn from them. After that, they keep on going, applying consistent effort and moving in the directions that are important for them. They put famous quote, "Never, never, never give up," into action. They also train and apply their problem-solving skills and proceed with persistence. They believe that they can figure it out, and they do figure it out after all. They do not give up easily and do not let perceived failures define who they are. From the perspective of growth mindset, in fact, there is no such things as failures. They are learning opportunities and experiences. People with growth mindset are the masters of "not there yet" versus "I will never succeed in this." Growth mindset helps leaders to approach challenges with creativity and problem solve effectively, instead of tolerating things they should not tolerate for the sake of staying in the safe zone. If you are stuck in the cycle of unrewarding work or people who do not appreciate your efforts, you can ask yourself, what are some of the things in my career business that I'm not choosing to tolerate any longer? What actions on my end lead to the outcomes I am not satisfied with? What outcomes do I want to achieve? What strategies do people who have the same desired outcomes in my field of work use? What can I learn from that? What is the first strategy I'm going to implement today to change this outcome? From growth mindset perspective, setback, obstacles, and adversity are all the part of the growth process. They are inevitable. Growth mindset embraces them. Each setback can be our greatest teacher. There is a powerful practice of bowing to failures in the improvisation practice. Bow to your setback. Acknowledge yourself for taking a risk, stepping up, process your experience emotionally, integrate the learnings, and move on. The more we practice doing that, the better we become in overcoming obstacles and learning from these setbacks. Growth mindset is essential to creativity. Persistence and perseverance are important in the creative process. But growth mindset goes even beyond that. It frees a lot of energy that in fixed mindset is spent on avoiding comparing yourself to others or beating oneself up for lack of immediate success. This energy is essential to creative flow. With growth mindset, same rule applies. The more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. So, how do we adopt a growth mindset? It's a process. At some point, you will find that you are actually applying growth mindset in some areas of life while staying with a fixed mindset in other areas of your life. Rule number 1, it is important to apply growth mindset to developing growth mindset. In other words, there will be moments and areas in your life where growth mindset will show up strongly. In other moments, especially during stressful times, you will notice a loud voice of fixed mindset. Keep focusing on developing and training your mindset. It is a consistent practice, and small consistent steps will take you far. Do not fall into all or nothing thinking trap, which is, by the way, is a sign of fixed mindset. Oh, I'm in a fixed mindset, all is lost, I will never get better in this. Don't do this. Remember, growth and fixed mindset is a continuum. Take it one step at a time. While adopting a growth mindset, the first step is to recognize what mindset are you in currently. Then, you can notice when you are in the fixed mindset and have a possibility to shifting into growth mindset. The easiest way to notice those patterns is in the moments when things are not going so well. Listen closely to that voice that shows up in difficult moments. What does it tell you? Is it a growth mindset or a fixed mindset? How does being in fixed mindset feel? How does being in growth mindset feel? Embracing curiosity instead of self-judgment is another powerful step in training your growth mindset. Oh, this is interesting. What can I learn from that? Versus I'm stupid, non-competent, and so on and so forth, creates a great difference in your inner experience. Lastly, do not do it alone. Surround yourself with people with growth mindset, the one that have your best interest at heart and who will challenge you and support you throughout this journey. Engage in the activities that support your growth mindset intentionally. Reading books, including books on growth mindset, reaching out to people who inspire you, spending time on acknowledging your progress and reconnecting with your motivation, all these are powerful practices that can help you cultivating your growth mindset. Create your mindset hygiene routine and follow it. Training your mindset pays off in your career, business, and life in general. It shifts your well-being to the new level. To learn more about the qualities needed to train your mindset as a heart-centered leader, sign up for my free 1-hour training, How to Succeed as an Overgiver Without Becoming Resentful or Losing the Passion for Your Work. Go to executivecraft.com and join the webinar. If you are in a leadership position and want to grow as a leader and expand your mindset, I invite you to connect and book a free one-on-one discovery call with me. Let's talk about the specifics of your situation and figure out what are the next steps that you can take to get closer to your goals and aspirations. To apply for the call, click on the link in the description or go to executivecraft.com/apply and choose the time in my schedule that works for you. If you are passionate about the work that you are doing, keep training your growth mindset and never give up. Stay safe, be well, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.